Hi everyone, today I will present my business ethics assignment titled Boeing 737 MAX Ethical Analysis. This presentation focuses on the ethical challenges faced by Boeing Company, especially the issue related to the Boeing 737 MAX crisis. The purpose of this presentation is to analyze the ethical problem, evaluate the impact on different stakeholders, and provide recommendations on how Boeing can improve its cooperation, responsibility, and rebuild trust. Before discussing the ethical issues, I would like to briefly introduce Boeing Company. Boeing is one of the world's largest aerospace manufacturers. The company was established in 1916 in United States and has developed into a global organization involved in commercial aircraft, defense systems, and aerospace technology. Boeing is well known for producing aircraft such as the Boeing 737 series, Boeing 777, and Boeing 787 Dreamliner. The company has built its reputation based on engineering capability, innovations, and safety. However, the Boeing 737 MAX crisis became a major turning point because it challenged public confidence in Boeing's safety culture and decision-making process. This case shows that even a successful global company can face serious consequences when ethical responsibility are not properly managed. Next, I will explain the timeline of the Boeing 737 MAX crisis. The Boeing 737 MAX was introduced into commercial service in 2017. However, two major accidents occurred. The first accident was Lion Air Flight 610 in October 2018. The second accident was Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 in March 2019. Both accidents involved Boeing 737 MAX aircraft and resulted in the loss of 346 lives. After these incidents, aviation authorities worldwide grounded the Boeing 737 MAX aircraft while investigations were conducted. The crisis created concern not only about aircraft technology, but also about Boeing ethical decision-making, communications, and responsibility towards passengers and regulators. The Boeing 737 MAX crisis enveloped several important ethical dilemmas. The first issue was safety versus profit. Boeing was facing strong competition from Airbus, especially in the commercial aircraft market. The company needed to develop an aircraft that was efficient and competitive. However, in the aviation industry, safety should always be the highest priority because human lives are involved. The second issue was transparency. Companies have an ethical responsibility to provide accurate information to regulators, airlines, and customers. The third issue was accountability. When serious problems occur, management must accept responsibility and ensure corrective actions are taken. Therefore, this case was not only a technical failure but also a business ethics issue. To understand Boeing's situation better, we can analyze it using different ethical theories. First is stakeholders theory introduced by free men. The theory suggests that companies should consider the interests of all stakeholders, not only shareholders. For Boeing, stakeholders include passengers, airline employees, regulators, investors. Second is deontology ethics. The theory focuses on moral duties. For this for this perspective, Boeing had a responsibility to ensure aircraft safety regardless of business pressure. Third is utilitarianism. This theory envelops decisions based on consequence. Although improving aircraft efficiency may create business benefits, these benefits not justify decisions that may create serious risks to human lives. The Boeing crisis created significant social impacts. Firstly, Boeing experienced serious reputation damage. Before the crash, Boeing was recognized as a trusted aerospace company. However, after the accidents, public confidence decreased. Secondly, the crash affected many stakeholders. Passengers questioned aircraft safety. Airlines experienced operations difficult because aircraft were grounded. Employees also faced uncertainty regarding the company's future. This shows the unethical decisions within a company can make affect not only the organizations but also social and many connected stakeholders. The crisis also created political and economic consequences. From a political perspective, Boeing faced increased government investigations and stronger regulations attentions. The Federal Aviation Administration or FAA received criticism regarding the aircraft certifications process. From an economic perspective, Boeing experienced financial losses due to aircraft grounding, compensative costs, production descriptions, customer confidence issues. This demonstrates that unethical decisions may create long-term financial consequences that are much greater than short-term business benefit. These are the antinomy of a systematic failure. The first is compromise ethics, the second is flawless governance, and the third is technical opaqueness. Based on the analysis, several recommendations can be suggested. First, Boeing should strengthen corporate governance by improving independent safety oversight. Second, Boeing should continue developing a stronger safety culture where employees are encouraged to report problems without fear. Third, the company should improve transparency with regulators, customers, and investors. Finally, Boeing should conduct continuous safety reviews to ensure future aircraft developments meets the highest ethical standards. These improvements can help rebuild stakeholder trust and strengthen Boeing's reputation. And these are the enduring lessons for corporate leaderships. Got three rules. Rules 1. Ethical responsibility can never be sacrificed for short-term profit. The market eventually punishes ethical shortcuts. Rules 2. Innovations Safety is the uncompromisable, absolute highest priorities. It is a prerequisite for business, not a feature. Rules 3. Long-term trust and reputations are built exclusively on responsibility, transparent decisions over time. In conclusion, the Boeing 737 MAX crash demonstrates the importance of business ethics in corporate decision-making. A successful company cannot focus only on profit and competitions. It must also consider safety, transparency, and stakeholders' responsibility. The main lesson from this case is that ethical decisions are not only moral responsibilities but also important business strategies. By improving governance, safety culture, and accountabilities, Boeing can rebuild trust and achieve sustainable long-term growth. Thank you. These are the main references used in this analysis, including business ethics theories, stakeholder theories, Boeing reports, and aviation investigations materials. Thank you for listening.